Hey, what's up guys? So unless you've been living under a rock or had no internet, you would know that E3 just happened, and with that comes, well, you guessed it, new game releases and release dates that we've been longing for so long. I just want to touch on my personal top 5 games that I'm excited about from all the press conferences that I watched, and at the end of this video I have a list of games announced during the Xbox, PlayStation, Ubisoft, Bethesda, and the EA conferences. So, what better way to start off a list of favorites than with Battlefield 1? I'm super psyched about this game. I mean, not only does it look amazing, but the gameplay looks like just an immense amount of fun. I mean, the new additions with, like, multi-people inside of a plane, and the Zeppelin that comes in when you're losing, it just has the ability to change the tide of battle. If you didn't know, there's about probably around 40 minutes of gameplay that was done at their huge Battlefield release event, and it's definitely worth watching. It's 3 matches all on the same map, but it just looks so amazing. And the number 2 for me is Ghost Recon Wildlands. I mean, I heard about this a while ago. It was one of these things where they had kind of kept it on the down low when I first saw about it. A friend of mine actually sent me a link to the trailer, and I mean, I'm just a huge fan of open world games and where you can just explore and do whatever. And then the gameplay footage that they showed recently for it, it looked incredible. You have pretty much complete control of what you want to do in terms of, do you want to be stealthy about it, do you want to just go all out, or do you want to take a just half stealth and then just completely blow that and then go full on guns blazing. Number 3 for me is probably Mass Effect Andromeda. Mostly because just the Mass Effect games in general I've always been a huge fan of, and the fact that now they're making an exploring game where you can now essentially set up your own colony is what it looks to be. I'm just really excited about that. Number 4 on my list would be Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, huge fan of open world games, and it's just a very interesting take on where it's far enough into the future that like humanity has fallen back towards like the Stone Age, but instead of stone tools and everything, we have all the technological advances for different weapons and things like that, and all the animals are pretty much just machines. And like the gameplay they showed, there was one that was corrupting some of the animals, so that'll be interesting to figure out all that. And number 5 on my list would have to be COD Infinite Warfare, mostly because of the remastered COD 4 or Modern Warfare. I mean, I'll play through the campaign on Infinite Warfare. I'll probably put up videos for that just to see what it's like and whether or not I like it. The multiplayer, it's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously we'll probably find out more later when they have their whole multiplayer reveal that Call of Duty usually does within the months following E3. And I mean, I'm kind of just looking forward to seeing how that pans out, because they've said they've got all these new ideas for lethals and tacticals, which they constantly change it up, and it's just it'll be interesting to see for the most part. Yeah, I mean, that's just a few of the games that were announced. I mean, other games that were there, there was Gears 4, Scalebound, a Halo Wars 2, God of War, a new Spider-Man game, For Honor, more gameplay for that, Watch Dogs 2, and this new IP called Steep, which is essentially just a open-world sports simulator, extreme sports like snowboarding, hang gliding, stuff like that, skiing, and they all look just great for the most part. And then I'm also excited about the VR. A lot of that was touched on during most of the press conferences, some more than others. Like PlayStation had a huge bit about it. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm excited for, and I'll let this gameplay finish out, and then I'll have the list of games that were announced coming up.
All units. Vulture engaging.
I'm just here with another quick video on the Division update. And if you don't know, there was a huge update within the past about week, I think it was. And one of the things you can do now is if you